Yo guys, Henry here. This is a Tecno Spark 10 Pro. It's Tecno's latest addition to the Spark lineup, and it didn't come alone. It actually came with the Tecno Spark 10C and the regular Tecno Spark 10. But I am more of a fan of the Tecno Spark 10 Pro because I like the pros. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my unboxing experience and then my first thoughts and impressions on it. This is a box that the phone came in. Sorry that my box looks a bit dirty. When the phone came into the studio, I was very excited, so I couldn't wait to share that excitement with you guys. So I opened it, and then some handling around the office had made its age. On the box, you actually get like the straight up 128 gigs with 16 gigs of RAM. I will explain that like the rest of the video, and the branding Tecno, and then the Spark 10 Pro, the 10 written so bold on the phone. And then here it will tell you like the specs. Like it has a 32 megapixel front facing camera, 50 megapixel main camera, and all the shebang. Like you'd expect from a Tecno device or from most unboxing experiences, when you open it, the phone is on top of the box, or it's on top first. But let's put the phone aside with its nice wrap. Put the phone aside, and then the compartment under here, you take it off and you get greeted with more accessories in the box. So it comes with a case, which for me is kind of refreshing, because how many times do you buy a phone and then you see a case in the box for free? You don't have to buy it, and I'll speak more about the case later on too. And Tecno's normal 12+1 months warranty thing, like it's a bonus. And a charger brick is 18 watts charging brick from Tecno, which is a nice addition. I like it. How many times would you get a charger from a phone? And this one houses a charging cable and your headphones or your earpiece. Like this is an earpiece, and then this is a charging cable, which is type C. And I'm really glad, because you guys know how I feel about it, the type C everything. And also it comes with a SIM inject tool on here, which is actually really useful. I'm actually glad they still added a charging brick and also added a earpiece. It's a nice thing to have in the phone box, because everyone else is making a habit of taking away rather than adding, and then Tecno gives you a mouthful. I'm not saying you're going to put it in your mouth, but you get what I mean, right? Good. Picking the phone out of the box is actually a nice experience. I like the color that I got here. It's, I don't know how they call it, but then during editing I'll write the name here, so you know what it's called. I don't know what it is called now. But the case that it comes with, the reason why I was saying it's cool is when you put the phone in the case, it doesn't hide any of the beauty of the phone. You can still enjoy the beauty of the phone and all that whilst having a protective case on your phone. Okay, so speaking of beauty, yeah, the phone looks really pretty from behind, and it has a glass back, or at least that's how it feels like. So it sells the premium feel. Another thing that I feel makes the phone feel a bit more sturdy is the boxy edges the phone has, which sort of helps when it comes to like holding the phone and handling the phone. On the front, it has a 6.8-inch FHD display, which is really good, and it's 90 Hz display. It's like the first Spark ever to have 90 Hz, which is good. High refresh rate, everything. I love it. And also it has a punch hole camera, and I've said it so many times on this channel that I like when companies do this instead of teardrop that you see on the regular Spark 10 or the Spark 10C. The 90 Hz display on this phone makes everything feel smooth and battery when you are using the phone and then experiencing like playing video games and scrolling through Twitter and all other stuff on your phone. Another thing that actually makes this phone snappy and also be able to handle heavy games is the fact that it comes with the MediaTek Helio G88 processor, which is actually a gaming processor, and it's on this phone. And out of the box, this phone has 8 gigs of RAM. Like my variant has 8 gigs of RAM, but Tecno did some voodoo thing with AI stuff where you can actually use 8 gig of your internal storage to add up to the already huge 8 gigs of RAM, which gives you 16 gig. But yeah, I'll be testing the performance way more for my full review, so you can tell me what you want to know about the performance and what things you want me to test out. Another thing is the fact that when you look at the phone, you don't see any fingerprint scanner or anywhere around it. The fingerprint scanner is in the power button, which is actually really dope, and it's very easy to reach when you're using the phone, even though the phone has a huge display. Also, it charges by USB Type-C, and one thing I haven't seen on phones in a long time now is a headphone jack. This phone comes with a headphone jack and also feels premium. It's like two things that don't meet together, because for a while now, premium phones don't have headphone jacks, they don't have charger bricks and silicone cases in their boxes, but then this phone gives you the premium feel and the premium look, and also has all those things in the box. The battery on this is 5000 mAh, which in theory is enough to carry you for a day and a half. For me, so far since I started using it, I've actually been using it for the past 24-ish hours. Actually, it's been more than 24 hours, but by the time you'll be seeing this, I've been using it for like more than 2 or 3 days. But at the point of shooting this, it's just 24 hours, and the battery life on this is actually really good. Since I started using it, I haven't charged it, and I spent a lot of time setting it up, moving all my accounts and then games, my favorite games on here to test it for you guys, and it's been really good so far. So hopefully I get to test it more extensively for my review coming in a few weeks or days. Okay, so I feel most of you are still watching it because I haven't spoken about the cameras. Well, this phone comes with a front-facing 32 megapixel camera and a 50 megapixel camera at the back, which actually take pretty decent pictures. I mean, in decent lighting, so that is something you should keep in mind. But I'm going to test the cameras extensively for my full review, so you should subscribe for that and keep your eye out for when the review comes out. Another thing that I found a bit surprising to find here is the fact that they included NFC on this phone. I don't know when Tecno started adding NFCs to their phone, but then having an NFC on this phone is actually really dope for me, because I use NFC tags at home, and also there are a lot of things that I do that involves NFC tags in my daily life. So being able to use NFC on a budget-friendly phone like this is bonkers. Like I wasn't really expecting it. So when I saw it on the spec sheet and then I saw it on the phone, it just blew my mind. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you're looking for a Tecno device or just any device that you're on your budget and then you want a mid-range device, I'll definitely recommend this. I feel I've been recommending a lot of devices lately, but this one is actually really good, and I am surprised that they've been able to cramp a lot of features in this. So I'm also kind of excited to spend a bit more time with this and then try and figure out how the phone ticks, or what makes the phone tick, and whatever that I can actually put together for my full review. So keep your eye out on that, and kudos to Tecno. See you guys in the next one. Peace.